Okay, so we are now gonna go into the top tips and advice that we give for 12th graders. So let's start with number one. Number one is focus on showcasing and not on achieving more. So basically what I mentioned is that your college applications are like a full-time job, right? You have just 80 items if you follow the project plan that I give out. And then you have, say, 20 schools that you want to apply to, and then if you are trying to do your SATs plus get some extracurricular awards plus do your IB or A-level grades, you can see how that would just become so stressful, right? So try to kind of finish off everything you need to do before 12th related to your extracurriculars so you can focus on your applications, okay? Number two, start early, stay organized. So the main date is basically your early decision, which is anywhere from October 15th to November 15th. And if you work backwards from there, September 15th, you want to give your teacher notice so that she can start writing your recommendations, which means starting in August, you should probably do your personal statement so that your teacher can use it to write her recommendation. So basically, start early, stay organized. Number three, don't misunderstand your profile's worth. Don't think that you're a shoo-in for the best schools. Really understand and self-assess. Your academics are easy because you can look at your SAT, your extracurricular tiers. How worthy are your extracurriculars? Try to follow one of my formats and get an idea of how many tier 1, 2, 3, and 4 activities you have. And recommendations. What are your teachers going to say about you? If you have no idea, it probably means they're not going to say much, right? If you know they're going to write something fabulous about you, that's a good indicator that you are ready for some of the top tier schools, okay? So make sure you know your profile's worth. Number four, be as enthusiastic about school 15 as you are about school number one. This is easier said than done. I know that. Watch my video on how do you do research for colleges, because there's no point in doing all this work and then when you get accepted, you say, I don't want to go. What was the purpose, right? So make sure that whatever's on your list, if you get in, you're going to feel excited and good about it. Overall, you need to build that strong, solid list, anywhere from 10 to 20 schools. Because Common App and UC apps are so easy, you just click of a button and most of it gets applied to. I suggest you go for the max amount of schools, 15 to 20, ideally 20. And don't forget to make a balanced list. So don't only go after the super cool schools, but make sure you go after things that are safety, easy to get into, target schools, and so on, okay? Number five is don't waste your ED. It is proven that early decision in general, its acceptance rates are higher if you are a qualified candidate, okay? So if your chances are going up, you want to make sure you use it wisely. This is a question of your risk tolerance. If you want to just say, this is my one shot ever, I want to go for something that's super difficult, do it. But know that this is an amazing opportunity to just increase your chances for getting into a school without doing anything else to your profile. Number seven, demonstrate outcome and impact. So when you are writing your honors and awards, when you're writing your activities list, if you're explaining to your teacher how to write your recommendations, they should be talking about the outcome of what you did. And did you impact anybody? Did you participate in a science fair and you got rewarded for something? Or did you run head girl for your school, right? So focus on what you achieved and what the outcome was and repeat that throughout your application. Number seven is memorability counts. So your reader is reading 5,000 applications and they all start to blend in together, your reader is tired. The best way to be memorable is to focus your story so that it's very tight, right? Make it so that when she comes away, oh yeah, this is the person who loves ballet and only loves ballet and nothing else to think. If you take my strategy courses, I talk about giving yourself like a little phrase that I can use to help remind me of you. So number one, I'm a charitable farmer, right? I'm an environmental engineer. I am an empathetic engineer. I am a multifaceted expert. I'm a community building writer, right? So these two little words help. It's easier to remember because it's like your letter of recommendation said that he's a writer. My essay said he's a writer. His honors say he's a writer, and his Common App activities say he's a writer. Wow, this kid's a writer. So it's easier to remember, whereas if every document you submit says something different, it's harder for me to remember you because I'm like, oh yeah, he's a lot of things. The next one is have a strategy and direction. Again, take my courses so that you understand about how you develop a strategy, but basically you need to control the narrative, okay? For example, in the Common App personal statement, do not look at the topic first. First know what you want to tell the admissions committee and then figure out how you're gonna fit that into the prompt, right? Because if you know that your biggest achievement is that you have started this mental health initiative, like one of my students here, then you have to have an essay talking about that. If you know that you want to go into computer science, then you have to have an essay talking about that, right? So know what points you want to hit and then basically talk about those points within your application. Number 9, so this is super important, okay? Number 9 is basically demonstrating your character, right? Why do we use all these extra interview, letter of recommendations, and essays is because grades are not enough. Grades tell me a very different story, and it's the storyline of all these other pieces that are gonna tell me who you are as a person, okay? So whatever qualities you have, are you inspiring? Are you serene? Do you care about personal development? Are you passionate? Do you help others? Are you a leader? Who are you? Think about your top qualities. Make sure your top qualities repeatedly appear throughout your application. Choose topics that are personal, be very vulnerable, be authentic, but they should really come away being like, I know who Tina is after reading this, and Tina is a lot more than a number or a grade, right? That should be your objective. Number 10 is support your teacher with your recommendation. So a lot of people say we're not supposed to interact with our teachers because it's morally wrong. We are not doing anything that is immoral here, okay? What we're doing is your teacher is writing a lot of recommendations. She does not think about this as deeply as you have thought about it. So one of the main things here is to write about 10 items that you know of that you and your teacher interacted on, or 3 or 5, right? So it's harder for your teacher to go back and say, didn't she win that one award in the science fair? What was it? What was her project? Whereas if you just tell her, Miss, I won the Science Affair Award for this and you were my sponsor, it becomes a lot easier for her to write your recommendation. So she has everything in front of her and now she just needs to turn it into a paper, okay? So just scan through my little document here. So here we start with memorable moments, right? And we talk about things that we interacted on. Anything else to add? For example, if you had bad grades a year, you can tell your teacher, acknowledge this in the letter so that it's not a red flag. Then this is the strategy that we share with the teacher, and then the personal statement, okay, as well goes to the teacher because it helps if she understands what mainly you're conveying to the admissions committee, she can stay on target and on story, okay? And that is it, my friends, for top advice for 12th graders, okay? Thanks.